Hello! Well, we have our video here this morning. My wife called me earlier and said that we had low tire pressure on our tire. And though we filled it just a couple days ago, I was still down. So I had her fill it up, and now I'm going to attempt to find and patch the leak. First thing I want to do is show what tools we're going to be using. We have a tire plug kit that was just picked up at the local automotive store, relatively cheap. I think it was $9. We have a valve core tool just in case that is needed. We have our bottle with dish soap in it, and then we also have the tire pressure gauge. So first thing I'm going to do is see what the pressure is at. And the pressure, if I can get it here, you can see it, it's right around the 32 pounds. That's because my wife just filled it up, so it's currently full. So here's a tire that we're going to be working on, and this is what we need to find the leak. So the way that you do this is you begin by taking your solution here. We're going to begin by spraying it on the valve. Spray a generous amount on there, and then wait and see if we see bubbles forming anywhere around the base of it or inside. Not seeing any continual flow of bubbles being formed around this valve, as you can see. Leads me to think that the leak is elsewhere. So what I've done is I've turned the tire out so I can get a better view at it, hopefully to be able to replace this without having to take the tire off. So we just skim the tire and look for a nail or something that might be embedded anywhere in the threads. We don't see it. So perhaps it is not seeable. So the next thing we're going to do here, we're just going to spray the tire liberally with this dish soap. And wait and see if a continual stream of bubbles appears anywhere. We didn't see any coming out on that side, so now what I've done is I've turned the tire in the opposite direction. And again, we'll just skim this and see if there's not a nail sticking out or something that would be causing this. And again, we don't see anything immediately to our eyes. So now we take the soap and we again liberally apply it. Make sure it gets into the treads there. And we'll look over this and look for the bubbles again. Right, as we were looking, we think we found the spot where the tire is leaking. You can see that there is a screw head sticking out there, so we'll just spray this with a little bit of the detergent. You don't even have to be here long to see that, yes, indeed, there are bubbles forming and coming out of it. So that is our problem spot right there. So the way in which we're going to deal with this now is we're going to begin by taking a flat-headed screwdriver. We're going to, because the head is embedded into the tire, and try and get down underneath. So now that we've identified where the leak is coming from and we've got the screw pulled up there, next we're going to want to put our rasp tool in there. And take this, and you're going to push it into the hole once you have the screw out and try to get it up all the way. The rasp tube will help plug it. With your other tool, you get the plug threaded through there. So I'm going to put the camera down here and proceed with that. So we've got the rasp tool now in there. As you can see, this is the screw that was embedded in there. So you put the rasp tool in, and you want to work it all around and clean it out in there, just like we're doing. And then what you're going to do Just going to pull that out, and you're going to stick this tool in with the plug there very slowly. Okay, what you'll see here is we got the plug going in. It's quite difficult. We've just started it, and you want to go in very, very slowly. You don't want to push it in too far. So put the camera down again and see if we can get that the rest of the way in. It does take quite a bit of force to get that in. So now we've got that in there. You can see most of the way there. There's some stuff sticking out there, and that's okay. And now the final step is just to take this and to pull it back out slowly. So now you can see that we've got the plug in there. You can see that there's some gunk sticking up there, and you can just take a razor blade and cut that even. So we're just going to come at this with a razor blade. We're going to cut that so it's even. Two things remain as we finish this up, and that is to first spray this area and see if bubbles are coming out of it. And the second, because I didn't want to take the tire off, is to check the tire pressure, which is sitting at a pretty decent spot, so we'll want to go get that filled pretty quick, but should be enough to drive a quarter of a mile to the nearest gas station. So that's how you plug a tire, and it looks like there's no bubbles. So there you have it. Even for beginners, this is easy.